Hello my dear friends, here I am Reshma once again welcoming all of you with a big heart filled with lots and lots of love. So I wish you all must have had a nice time in the last few days, and now because it's monsoon time, so I'm very sure you must be enjoying a beautiful beautiful happy rain. So yes, today I would like to share with you, a very beautiful thing. I would say I just have this experience in the last few days. A few days before, I was watching a docu-series in Netflix, and the name of the series is Thai Cave Rescue. And even before saying any other thing also, I would like to share with you that this is a very real life incident. And in this Thai Cave Rescue, it is a school football team of 12 players and along with their coach. And this is a very young team of players. It is in rural Thailand. All the footballers, all the footballers, they are very young, probably around the age of 8, 9, and the maximum age is like 14, 15. And their coach, he is like a 21 or 22-year-old guy. So you can understand it's such a young team of footballers. And incidentally, this team is in the rural Thailand. And in the towns, in the cities, whenever we want to have some recreation, we always go to the malls, shopping areas, etc. But as far as, the rural area, the villages are concerned, there's no as such thing. So once the practice session gets over, this football team, they just feels to have, a good time, and they just for an exploration in a nearby local cave. And this team of 12 football players with their coach, they go for an exploration of the local cave after the entire day's football's hard training. And they just felt that we'll go there, we'll be around 1 hour there, and then we'll come back. But unfortunately, there's a flood and there's heavy rain, and this entire team, they just gets, captured inside that cave. And the entire story is all about this being captured in the cave, and this incident goes on for 18 days. This entire team got completely captured inside the cave for 18 days. And then it was a story of rescue mission. It became completely impossible, for the Thai government to do any kind of thing. They were not having the expertise to. Whatever they had, they tried everything, but it was no use. And it was even the weather forecast was that after some time, the rain is going to be so much that wherever this team was, it is going to be flooded, and all these 13 players is going to be completely buried and facing death. I mean, to make it very simple, they will die. So in this endeavor, the entire world posed their support. The US Navy SEAL, the Canadian Navy SEAL, the French, the UK, and all the experts from the entire world, from Australia, everywhere, especially the scubas, the Marines, who are on the top of their game always in these kind of missions. They all pulled by in order to bring out those children outside the cave. And on the 17th and the 18th day, finally they sort out a plan, they chart a plan, and they start bringing out these kids from inside the cave one by one. And I'm sure many of one probably will also know this story, which is not a fiction, as I said before, it's a real life incident. So it happened that there was this boy in the team who was 7 or 8. His name is Mark. He is the youngest member of that team. And the plan that was charted out, was that they are going to put these boys to sleep, or you can say anesthetize them for the time being when they will be brought from the cave to the outside world. Means they will be anesthetized, they will put in a sleeping state, then they will be carried outside the cave like bags. Because it was not possible for these boys to do scuba diving in that cave. They were not experts in this. So they charted out that they needed heavy, the mask, the heavy pushing mask, oxygen, which will keep on pushing oxygen at a high level for these boys to keep them alive during this scuba dive, which will take around 4 to 5 hours for them to bring out. But for this small boy, there was not a single, mask that was coming in fitting. None. So he was, though incidentally he was the first one who wanted to come out, but because the navies couldn't get a mask for him, so he was the last on hold. So once the entire team except him on the 18th day, and the Navy SEALs, they were putting the mask on him, and it was not a high pressure mask, just a normal mask. They were trying to fit it on him, and yet it was not fitting. The Navy SEALs, they were, just getting upset, frustrated that what can we do? Because they were saying we cannot save this child. But somehow they put it, and here comes the point why I told you this entire story. This boy, Mark, where once the mask was fitted on him and the SEALs were asking, are you okay? And he just makes a sign like this and he says a single dialogue. And what is it? He says, let's find out our fate. Let's find out our fate. I reiterated this line with a purpose. The day I heard this line on that day, it starts ringing and it just got etched in my head. And that time when he said that let's go out and find our fate, even the Navy SEALs who are so toughened, they also had a smile, because even before that they were completely frustrated. They knew we cannot take out this boy alive out of the cave. And so, in our life, we so many times comes across these kind of incidents where we feel we have lost everything. We know that if we are standing over here, death is completely guaranteed. The only option is if we move. Then also it's nothing guaranteed we are going to get certain platform, but that is the only way out. And that is the time I feel that so many of us, we go through the similar experience in our life. So many times we start feeling all the doors are closed. Even when I was watching this Netflix docu-series, let me be very honest, that even I was having bad, rough days, few days from before, very, very rough days. I was going through them. And so many times I was feeling in my heart and mind, I wish I would have certain support who would have given me a kind heart and ear to listen, or just saying I am there with you no matter what, we are going to sail through this. But the thing is, most of the time in life it doesn't happen like that, where we always feel the options are closed and we want to have certain support, outside support. But outside support is rarely to get. Then what to do? Then my only suggestion to all of you, my dear friends, especially my young friends, because I know most of my friends are very, very young, who are in your teens, in your 20s, I know it very well. For all of you, just keep it in your head and heart that let's go and find out our fate. Because it is easy to stagnate in a place, so don't do that. Go ahead, push yourself, push the limits, push the barriers. And if a boy of 7 or 8 year old in that kind of a situation where he can see the death face to face, and yet he have that confidence of saying in his heart and to those toughened Navy SEALs that let's go and find out our fate, then I'm definite we all can, even if the situations are the most adverse and cruelest. So I just wanted to share with you, because I know it very well that in life so many times we feel that we should have some support somewhere, especially when we are going through a trying time. But for those times, even if nobody is there, have the belief in yourself, believe in your heart, believe in your gut. And like this young boy called Mark, let's find out what is there in our fate, and let's go ahead and say, let's find out our fate. So yes, with this little story I wanted to share with all of you, which is again a true story, and I'm sure the way I got inspiration from this young boy when I was going through a rough phase during those few days, I'm sure many of you will definitely going to get the inspiration that no matter what, we have to channel ourselves, we have to motivate ourselves even when things are not right. And like this Mark, who comes out alive kicking, now he is playing football once again in the Thai fields. So I'm sure we all are going to thrive in a similar situation. So yes, let's come together and go and find out our fate. So thank you all, thank you so much, love you all, bye.